Hello everyone, you're welcome to Jam Vibes. For some days now, people have been wanting to know exactly what ended the life of Zahara because sometimes we hear liver complications, sometimes we hear she got poisoned. What exactly claimed the life of Zahara? In today's video, Zahara's death certificate has actually been revealed, and to our greatest shock and dismay, Zahara's marital status has been revealed, and the cause of her death too has been revealed. Stay glued and watch this video right up to the end so you get to know exactly what is happening. Before that, kindly do all to follow Jam Vibes please, like this video, drop a comment, and above all, share this video with all of your friends and family members please. Zahara's death certificate reveals shocking marital status and the cause of her death. Bulelwa Zahara Mkutukana's death certificate lists marital status and cause of her passing. Zahara, who died at a public hospital in Johannesburg on Monday after being transferred from Netcare Olivedale Hospital, was admitted shortly after celebrating her birthday on Monday 9th due to liver complications. Based on chronology of events, Zahara's health problems began when she suffered stomach pains after her fiancé Mpotraba made her lobola payments allegedly. Worried about the continued pain, she was rushed to the hospital. Zahara remained in the hospital for almost 2 weeks before her health worsened and she was moved to the intensive care unit. Doctors discovered serious damage to her liver, and after a series of delicate tests, Zahara remained in a coma with damaged lungs and kidney. A source close to the Mkutukana family said Zahara was initially admitted to a private hospital north of Johannesburg 2 days after the lobola payments and was then moved to intensive care as her condition worsened. There happens to be some shocking revelations from Bulelwa Zahara Mkutukana's death certificate. Surprisingly, Scroller Africa reports that, despite recent lobola payments, Zahara is listed as single on her death certificate. The cause of her death was recorded as a natural death. By extension, this only means that everything that people say she got poisoned isn't true. Because if it's natural, then probably it's going to be attached to the liver complication. According to a source still, and the source told Scroller Africa, Zahara's husband still has 30,000 rands left for lobola payments. 2 days after the traditional wedding, she fell ill and was hospitalized. Zahara's husband's reaction and subsequent discussion has been heartbreaking. When reached for a comment by the same publication, Zahara's husband said he wanted to focus on celebrating her life for now. He added that after the funeral, there may be discussions on other issues including lobola. Now, after doing some more research on my own, I discovered that, just like many other countries around the world, South African law recognizes three types of marriages. We have the civil marriage, customary marriage, and civil union. The formalization and registration of these marriages is managed by the Ministry of Home Affairs. When you enter into a civil marriage or civil union, the marriage registrar will issue a handwritten marriage certificate free of charge during the wedding ceremony. If you are married in South Africa and your marriage is registered, you can request a copy of your marriage certificate from the Home Office. The first informal marriage license is free, but you have to pay for the second or non-informal marriage license. If you need to prove that you were married because one of the partners has actually died, a simplified marriage certificate will be issued. The definition of traditional marriage is a marriage arranged, celebrated, or performed in accordance with the system of indigenous African customary law existing in South Africa. A customary marriage must be registered within 3 months of the date of the gift or wedding for it to be legal. This can be done from any home office or, in areas where there is no home office, through a designated traditional leader. There are some common and popular questions people tend to ask concerning the various marriage types. So, I will be giving you all some elastic answers per the individual questions. One of the most popular questions is, how do you get married in South Africa? A person can marry on the basis of civil marriage, customary marriage, civil union, or religious marriage. Religious marriages are not recognized as legal marriages under South African law, but religiously married couples are protected by law in certain circumstances. 2. What are the general requirements for a valid marriage? Both parties must be over 18 and agree to the marriage. Anyone under 18 needs a parent or guardian's consent to get married. Persons under the age of 18 cannot assume civil obligations. The marriage must be legal. Let me give you a perfect example. People who are closely related, that is, siblings, parents, or children, cannot get married together. Or better still, a person cannot be married to more than one person at the same time except in certain customary marriages. Marriages must comply with certain formalities. For example, they must be celebrated in the presence of a marriage registrar and two witnesses. Marriages must be registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs. Third popular question: what is a civil marriage? It is a marriage between a man and a woman. A civil marriage, with or without an institution of accumulation, automatically takes place in a community of property, unless a marriage contract is concluded stating that the marriage will take place outside the community of property. 4. What is a traditional marriage? It is a marriage between a man and a woman, negotiated and celebrated according to the customary laws of the community. Common law marriages are recognized as valid marriages and enjoy full legal protection regardless of whether they are monogamous or polygamous. In a customary monogamous marriage, community of property applies automatically unless the marriage contract provides otherwise. In the case of a polygamous marriage, the spouses must apply to the Supreme Court for permission to enter into such a marriage and file a written agreement with the court stating how the marital property will be settled. That is, to protect the patrimonial interest of the current and prospective spouses. The fifth popular question is, what is a civil union? This happens when two people marry and are of the same sex. In a civil union, a property company is definitely automatically established, unless otherwise stipulated in the marriage contract. The sixth popular question: what is a religious marriage? It is a marriage entered into in terms of a religion, for example, Islamic and Hindu faith. Although not recognized by South African law, limited protection is afforded to religious marriages in the following cases. First, if the other spouse dies, the spouse can go to court to collect alimony from the deceased spouse's estate. Next, your spouse can inherit by inheritance, that is, if you die without a will, and spouses are protected from domestic violence. Religious marriages should be considered marriages outside community of property without a system of accumulation. Without necessarily judging, I want you all to tell me in the comments section how you feel based on everything being reviewed already as far as Zahara's marriage to Bonkaba is concerned. How do you feel about the revelation about the cause of her death? And hope you have gained so much knowledge already about how marriages are being done, are being carried out in South Africa, and the type of marriages which are highly prone in South Africa. I'm going to be reading you all in the comment section when you've given me your honest review about everything being said in today's video without necessarily judging. I love you all so dearly. Do what to take good care of yourselves and see you in our subsequent upload.